Hey guys, thank y'all for taking just a small interest in how I have had success in losing weight here lately. Just a real quick backstory. A couple years ago, my wife and I, we took the boys to Six Flags. Super excited, was ready to get there. A guy my size doesn't really look forward to to walking around that much, but I was excited for the boys. The boys are beyond excited. We get there, ride all the rides and everything, and we get to one specific ride, the Batman ride. It's the only thing my son really wanted to do. So we align ourselves to be able to be in the front. He gets on, I get on, and the guys can't lower the safety harness. It will not hook. I'm too big. I wouldn't fit. The amount of embarrassment on my son's face is something I will never forget and will never relive. And so ever since then, I've been kind of really looking for something to help. But the way I cook, I'm a Southern boy. My grandmother, my mom taught me how to cook. Everything has a stick of butter. And so that's what I've dealt with my entire life. I've just eaten and eaten and eaten. And so, the few things that I tried then, it wasn't anything to be able to sustain. And of course, the weight came back and he gained even more. So fast forward back to the first of this year, I went to the doctor's visit, got all that terrible news. I had to do something. Had the Disney trip coming up with the work. Knew I was going to be in the same situation. So I was scrolling here in the shop on the phone and came across who is now a really good friend of mine. And he was talking about these just two simple products that you take daily. And they were natural, plant-based, food-based products with vitamins, nutrients, fiber, all that good stuff that is made to help your gut health and get your gut health where it needs to be. This was not a weight loss program. This was no weight loss product. It was made to fix your numbers, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetic, cholesterol. I mean, all of the things that Marlena was getting on me so bad about. So I watched that for about a month and a half, did some research, couldn't find anything whatsoever wrong with it. It was even on pdr.net website, which the physicians use for all their products. The only downside was a little constipation, maybe some gas issues, but that's it. And even then, that was just very uncommon to have. So not a weight loss product, but by fixing your gut health, it got everything else in line. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger, talked to Jen. She was very, very supportive, as she always is. I got it in. And for the first 90 days, I ate every single thing I wanted. That's how he was advertising it. No diet change. Keep doing what you're doing. Just incorporate these two products. And so I did. Every morning I would wake up and I would take a 𝕄𝕒𝕒𝕚 tea. It tastes like an Arnold Palmer or lemon iced tea. Very, very good. I almost crave it every morning. And so I would drink that. That's basically has a little bit of caffeine, gets you going in the morning. It's not a lot to give you the crash or the fast heartbeat or anything like that. But it does suppress your appetite so your body can continue to fast from when you were sleeping. And so I took that every morning. I never missed a morning. Jen started taking it. She loves this stuff. So I'd take the teas and it would get me, I would fast from 9 o'clock at night to 11 o'clock in the morning. And the tea would make that a walk in the park. After that, when I got ready to break my fast for lunch, I would take a balance. This is a fiber packet and all kind of different other nutrients and stuff. I took that 5 minutes before I ate, and I could eat anything I wanted. This helped me not to overeat. It foamed up in your stomach, and it causes your body to slowly digest the food that you're eating, and it's not spiking your insulin and all that good stuff. So with that, it allowed me to make it through the snack time, that 2 to 4 o'clock range where I was always looking for snacks. So I don't crave snacks anymore. And if I did, I would just take a balance before I ate them. It's not off, basically you don't have to quit snacks, but they suggest trying to keep from that. So this allowed me to do that. For supper, I did the same thing. took a balance 5 to 10 minutes before I eat, and I'd eat whatever I wanted to. I did all this right in the middle of baseball season. We're talking about tailgating. We were cooking stuffed tenderloin, ribs, barbecue, pork belly. I mean, you just name it, and it's what we were grilling. And so I tested it for 90 days. I went back in April, and I got the results. Marlena texted me a few days later with the results, and my A1C level had gone from 6.2 at the first of the year to 5.3, and it blew me away. And all of my other numbers fell in line. My cholesterol dropped 70 points. All my other numbers were perfect. So, Marlena was just, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. And I hadn't told anybody. Jen was about the only one. I hadn't even told Marlena to that point. And so I was very, very encouraged by that. And so I kept doing it. 15 days before I went to Disney, I started a challenge on myself. I wanted to exercise and be able to prepare myself for Disney and all the walking. We did over 20,000 steps a day, and I'm so glad I did that because it was hot, but it didn't bother me that much. But it was a walk in the park, literally walk in the park. So I say all that to say this. There's so many people in the world that are discouraged right now because of their situation, and they don't know how to fix it. They've been promised things, and it always lets you down. These two tools, these two products, they haven't let me down yet. And probably the most sentimental moment came because of these. I was able to fit on all the rides at Disney, and my son told my mom, "I've never heard Dad laugh like that." That's tough. So this gave me my life back. I'm able to play with the kids on the beach. I'm able to play with them in the pool, at the house. I'm able to be active around the house instead of coming home and crashing every night. So I highly encourage you to do your research on this, to study. If I can help in any way, please let me know. You will not be disappointed. 90 days, money back guarantee. Change your life. It's changing everybody else's. You might as well join.